All right, so we are pretty close to being done with this track, which is great. I feel like it's been a lot of great work, hard work, but it's been a lot of fun. So right now, I'm going to listen to the entire thing and just make sure that I'm okay with every single little thing that is in each spot before I get on to the mixing and mastering process. So any tweaks that are going to be made right now, and then we'll move on to the next steps. One thing that I'm just noticing that's like at the very beginning of this track, I had some stuff at the beginning, but since these are filtering in, I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to mute these because you can't hear them anyway, and just put this right at 1. All right, I'm just not even going to mute them. I'm going to delete them. There we go. Okay, I am very happy with that. Now, what I forgot to say before I hit play on this track is that you should have some thing, either like a phone or an iPad or a tablet, or just an old-fashioned notebook where you are taking notes and making some comments about anything that you might want to change. So I wrote down two things on my note-taking app. I wrote down the Ooo Yeah mix slash effects, and then the second drop filter. So first I'm going to go to that Ooo Yeah and just try to fix that before we move on. If you don't know what I'm saying about the Ooo Yeah, it's this one. Ooh yeah. And it's kind of dry and quiet, so I definitely want to raise the volume, but I want to look at the EQ, because I kind of I just took this as the stock loop. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh. So I'm going to cut off the lows here. Ooh yeah. 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 All right, now I'm going to bit crush it. Ooh yeah. 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 So this seems to. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. So it's peaking at 15. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Now I'm peaking at 12, but it sounds much louder. Okay, so now I think I am going to put on a little bit of echo and reverb. So delay. Ooh yeah. Ooh. Okay, that looks good. Reverb. Actually, let's put on some different reverb. Let's do some chroma verb. Say if I'm not using Space Designer, which I usually use, I am using chroma verb. It's different. I like that you can easily EQ the stuff. Actually, I don't even know. You might be able to EQ in Space Designer. I just am not really sure. I don't really use that much. So let's see. So Space Designer. Not that I can see here. Filter envelope. Oh, that's the envelope. Volume envelope. Oh, output EQ. Okay, no, you can do that. Actually, I think I knew that. I'd recommend for most of these to cut out the bass, because all the bass reverb's going to do is muddle that up. And maybe I'll do that as we're mixing and mastering. But for now, I'm going to do the chroma verb. So I'm going to delete the Space Designer right now. All right, so let's see. Ooh yeah. 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 All right, so this is with no effects. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. All right, so that sounds a little bit better. The other thing that I wrote was the second drop filter. Okay, so and what I mean by that is for this part, is possibly filter out this, or really filter it in, and then have it really hit there. So let's see, just without the bass, the sub bass. I'm gonna see what that sounds like. Let's see. I can't decide if I like it without the bass better. I kind of do like the idea of having the bass. And what I would end up doing is filtering these two bass. I mean, these are my two basses, so it's not going to be that hard to do. Let's just try it. So I'm going to duplicate this. duplicate this, move these back up, and then I need to open both of these. I wish you could just drag and it would know from track stack to track stack, but I can't do that. So I'm just gonna drag these down. Oh, it's being fussy, so I'm going to just drag these ones first and these ones second. This should work. All right, so I'm gonna mute these basses. And then I'm gonna do a single EQ. Now I like to do the single EQ before the echo and reverb. That way that the sounds that I have still filter out rather than filtering out the reverb. I don't think that filtering out the reverb and echo is as realistic sounding as the filter, but that's still echoing out and ringing out. So I'm gonna add some single EQ. And let's do low cut. Yes, yes, I think that we're gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna automate this. So I'm gonna go to single EQ, frequency. We wanna start up maybe around, I don't know, something like that. And end, let's see, just what it sounds like. Yes. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to add the single band EQ before the echo and reverb. So I have the single band EQ right here. And then I am going to go and automate this and have it be the exact same as this. So that's going to be 200 or 2,400. And now when I say exactly the same, it doesn't have to be the absolute exact same. Actually, in this case, it might be. But it's okay if it's just really close. So this is going to be 255. Great. Let's see what this sounds like. Awesome. Wow. I am so happy we did that because it didn't take much time and it just makes it so much different sounding. And then the sub, when the sub comes in with everything else, it's going to sound great. It's going to really fill up the spectral frequency or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying words I don't know. Anyway. All right, and now that I'm thinking, do I even need this kick at the beginning? Or the crash. Let's see without both and then. Maybe I'll get rid of my favorite thing ever, the reverse crash. No, that's too abrupt. I want this. Let's try it with just the crash. I think I do need the kick. I think I do. And now that everything's all by itself, this riser might sound like a little too much. This one, the ominous, if you're not sure which one that is. That one. So let's see what that sounds like out of there. Maybe this one too. I like these risers, but if we go this route, it might not fit. Let's see. The kick I don't think is bad, but I think it could sound better if we don't have it in there.
Ooh yeah.
All right, I think I do want this in, and maybe even this second part of it. I'm going to split these notes, unmute this part.
Ooh yeah.
I'm going to turn up this Ooh Yeah for now. I'll adjust that in the mix, of course, but let's just see.
Ooh yeah.
All right, now I'm just going to see if I can test whether or not I need the kick or don't need the kick. I think the kick does sound better. Just, it's what's expected, but then right after the kick, then nothing. All right, let's see. All right, cool. So now that I have listened to the track and made some changes, I'm going to do the whole thing over. I understand this is a long, painstaking process, but you have to listen to the entire track to really know if every single part sounds up to the standard that you want it to be. So hopefully I listen to this track and say, okay, we're good to go. But if there are other things that we need to fix, then we'll fix them. So here we go.
Ooh yeah.
right. That is sounding pretty good to me. I'm very happy I made those tweaks on the vocals and that filtery build-up after the first droppy thing. And I'm glad that I kept this kick drum right here. It worked. So the next step is going to be organizing our track so we can have a proper mix.